Hello, Geir.
That's good. Hello.
Okay, so can you tell me about the last week? We've seen the movie. We talked to Gerald Zugbaum about his experience.
Well, Kristin, we just had an incredible week here. We are now in the Lofoten and Vesterålen Islands in a small city called Myre. Last
Norway is
year, when
okay.
when I was a part of your wonderful Skrei adventure in Hamburg, I called you from Svolvær, the capital of the Lofoten Islands, and now we are in Myre, a place we surely could call the Skrei capital of Norway. There is no other place than here that handles that much skrei as here in Myre. A small city with its 3,000 inhabitants. But now, of course, they have the company of so many local fishers, so many fishers coming from all over Norway with their boats. They gather here simply because the skrei does, Kristin. And when the skrei comes here, it has been swimming from 500 to 1,000 kilometers from the Barents Sea. And it's this quite long swimming trip that gives the skrei its unique quality that I'm sure you are tasting also today. And this week, Kristin, we were accompanied by chefs from all over the world that we got the chance to introduce to the Norwegian skrei. We were fishing together, we cooked together, and we had even had a competition with a traditional cod tongue cutting. And it was such a blast. It is dark here now because it's night here up on 68 degrees north. And all the fishermen are back with their boats. They have been delivering their skrei, and they are getting ready for tomorrow morning. Because I can surely tell you, the fisheries here is really good, and the skrei is plentiful now. The Norwegian Parliament called these fjords and waters Norway's gold mine. They said that in 1816, 200 years ago actually. And the years to come have proved those words so right. This small city or famous cities like Bergen, Trondheim, Ålesund would surely not have been what we know without the skrei. Skrei is truly the foundation of Norway. And for this year, we will be fishing 1 million tons of skrei out in the waters from here because it is sustainable managed. And one of the local fishermen is sure happy about the situation. I met him this morning, and he has agreed to join us today when we were reporting to Hamburg, and that is Andrea Reinholdsen. And he has been a part of the wonderful week we had together with Gerald and the other chefs. And he would like to tell some of the skrei story as well. And I would like to start asking you, because Kristin asked me about this wonderful tradition, how you can make sure to get enough fish. Because it is said that you should get together with your wife or your girlfriend to get enough fish. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. And I think if you repeat the wedding night, you get a lot of fish in your boat.
Well, then I will have to ask you, do you get a lot of fish these days?
Well, I get a lot of fish.
So here you know why we have plentiful skrei fishery here in Norway these days. No, I have to be more serious also. Andrea, what does the skrei mean to you?
It's everything. For me and the community Myre, the skrei is all my life. I started fishing when I was 16 years old, and I buy my own boat when I was 18 years.
We just saw a film from Gerald's tongue cutting competition, and that's something I know that you all have been taking part of. Can you remember how old you were when you started doing this?
I was 4 years old and I started earn my own money.
4.
4 years old. Do you even remember what you used those money for?
Yes, I remember that very good. My biggest contest was to buy my radio car, and I remember I was very proud that I take my money and go to the shop and can buy my own radio car.
That is wonderful. Then I have to ask you about, we see that the Skrei fisheries is such a proud tradition in a place like Myre and other places. How is the future for the Skrei fisheries?
The future is good. We have sustainable management. Is very successful, and the fisherman works very hard to not overfish. And my forefathers have fishing skrei in about 100 years, and I hope my kids is able to can fish skrei in the future.
Will your kids be interested in becoming a fisherman?
Yes, I have 2 kids. One is 11 years and one is 16 years. The boy is 16 years. They will start fishing with me this winter.
Is this a hard job to be a fisherman?
Yes, it's a hard job. We starting at about 2 in the night, and we are back in the harbor about 5, 6 in the afternoon. So we are many times at the sea.
But when do you ever get to sleep?
We not sleep at the sea, but we have days it's bad weather, then we can sleep a little bit longer.
And of course, still have to repeat that wedding night also.
Yeah, the wedding night also.
That is so good. But for the next months to come, you will take part in the Skrei fisheries. Could you describe what that period would look like for you?
Yeah, we start in next week fishing. We shall fish skrei in the next 2 to 3 months, and after that we go to fish some other species.
And now we are reporting live to a Skrei lunch in Hamburg, and you remember Gerald being here visiting us, and he made such a wonderful meal also for us. But then I have to ask you, how do you prepare your lunch, your Skrei lunch?
Skrei mulja in the middle of January, and that is a big tradition for us. The skrei is a very, so we see when the cook was there, it's a very fresh and good quality. I make much fish to other holidays as stockfish and haddock. So we have later in the summer and the next winter.
So it's a top quality product you are using for your dinner tonight, Kristin. But I'm sure, Kristin, that you have some questions for me or even for Andrew. So please go ahead and ask us.
I will ask the people who are with me. Here we are about 60 persons waiting to taste the skrei. If somebody has a question that they would like to ask you. Is there a limit how young you can be before you can start to cut the tongues?
Well, that's a very good question, because Andrea just told me that he was 4 years old when he started to cut the tongues. Is there a limit how young you can be?
No, there is not that. There is many kids and girls, but I think today 5, 6, 7 years old, they are starting.
5, 6, 7 years old. So you have to be able to walk, at least.
That's very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, one last question before we take. Guy, can you ask Andre if he's working, if he's working from 2 o'clock in the morning until the afternoon during the whole season?
Oh yeah, Andre, Are you working from 2 o'clock in the morning until evening the whole season?
Yes, we do that. We do that. The first start in the season, you can see it's very dark. Then we start at 4 at night. But the longer you came out in the season, it's more light in the day. Then we start earlier and earlier and earlier. Then we go north to Finnmark. We can fish the whole day, 24 hours.
So I think we can conclude, Christian, that there's a whole lot of hard work behind the dinner you are just about to be served in Hamburg.
I guess so. And I have to thank you very, very much. It was a little bit funny because we were a little bit out of sync, but I think the content is king.
Content is king. So, ich wünsche euch Ihnen einen wunderschönen Abend und ein gutes Skreiessen.
Dankeschön, Gerd.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.